In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the magnanimous. Dear students, today we are talking about The Blades of Grass, written by Stephen Crane. The Blades of Grass, written by Stephen Crane. Page 32, Unit 2, Unit 1.3. Unit 1.3, page 32. Okay, first of all, come to Stephen Crane. Who is Stephen Crane? Stephen Crane was born in USA. He was a journalist and he was also a novelist. And he has written a novel that is by the name of The Red Badge of Courage. That was his most popular novel. He was a literary writer, a novelist, okay, and also a journalist. We are going to start the poem, okay, The Blades of Grass, Stephen Crane. In heaven some little blades of grass stood before God. What did you do? Then all save one of the little blades began eagerly to relate, impatiently narrate the merits of their lives. This one stayed a small way behind, ashamed. Presently God said, "And what did you do?" The little blade answered, "Oh my Lord, memory is better to me. For if I did good deeds, I know not of them." Then God in all his splendor, grandeur, brilliance arose from his throne. "O best little blade of grass," he said. First of all, we shall come to the summary of this poem. What is the summary? What does the poet want to tell us? Okay, I am going to give you a short summary of the poem in order to get the idea what is the poem about and what we are going to discuss in this poem and explain in it. Okay. The poem is in a form of narrative. It is in a form of narrative. It is a dialogue between little blades of grass and the God on the day of judgment, on doomsday. Okay, on the day of judgment. The God is asking the little blades that, "What have you done? Tell me good deeds of your life if you have done something." All the blades of grass, they started telling the God the merits of their lives. And one of them, one little blade of grass, it was standing behind all the blades and it was a shame. God asked that blade of grass, "What have you done? If you have done something good, tell me. I have given you life. What have you done?" The little blade replied that, "God, memory is bitter to me. I don't remember. If I have done good deeds, I don't remember that I have done good deeds. I know not of them. I know not of them." God, listening to this blade of grass, became so much happy. He was over the moon to hear and listen something from the blade of grass, and he stood up and he told the blade of grass that, "You are the best blade of grass." Okay, you are the best blade of grass. It means that if we have done something good, we do not need to show off. We do not need to show it. We shall do good deeds for the sake of good deeds. We shall not do it for the sake of showing up to the people and to the God that I have done this good thing and I have done this good thing. If God had not bestowed you life, how could you have you done that? You are doing all these things because God has given you life. He has given you life. If He would not give you life, how could you do that? It's all about because of God. So you cannot tell God that, "Yes, I have done good deeds and I have done a great favor to you." No, you cannot do a favor to God. Okay? Come to explanation now. In heaven some little blades of grass. In paradise some little blades of grass, some little parts of grass stood before God. These were standing in front of the God on the day of judgment. What did you do? God questioned them. God questioned them. What have you done? I had given you life in the world. What have you done? Remember one thing. The blades of grass, these have been personified. You know personification. When non-human things are given human qualities. When non-human things are given human qualities, this is called personification. So the blades of grass have been personified. So it means that these are representing humans. These are representing humans. It means that humans were standing in front of God in the heaven, in the paradise. And God was asking them, "What have you done in the world? I had given you life. What have you done?" Then all save one of the little blades began eagerly to relate. All the blades of grass, they started telling the stories, the interesting stories of their lives. the interesting stories of their lives. Impassionately narrate. They were narrating the story with eagerness. The merits of their lives, all the good deeds they had committed in the world. They were telling all the things to the God, that we have done this thing and we have done this thing, then we have done this thing and we have done this thing. This one stayed a small way behind, ashamed. And out of these blades of grass there was a little blade who was ashamed, and he was not talking to God. He was standing behind all the blades of grass and he was not talking at all. He was shy. Okay? Second stanza. Presently God said, "And what did you do?" God pointed to the blade of grass who was standing behind. God asked him, "What have you done?" All of them are telling me that we have done this thing and we have done this thing. What have you done? Could you please tell me that? The little blade answered. He replied, "Oh my Lord, memory is better to me. Oh my dear God, I don't remember. I don't remember. It is not in my memory. I don't remember. For if I did good deeds, I know not of them. I don't remember whether I have done good deeds or not. I have no idea about it. I cannot remember that. I don't remember that." Then God in all his splendor, grandeur, brilliance arose from his throne. God with all his qualities arose from his throne, from his chair. "Oh, best little blade of grass," he said. And God replied that you are the best blade of grass. You are a best human. I have already told you that blades of grass have been personified here in this poem. Okay, personified. What is personification? I have told you personification when non-human things are given human qualities. Blades of grass cannot talk at all, but this is personification. It's a literary device. Okay, it's a figure of speech. Like a literary writer can give human qualities to a non-human thing in order to speak on the behalf of human. Okay, so the main purpose, the aim of this poem is that when you want to do something good, the message, the aim, the analysis of this poem. If you do something good, you do not need to show up to the people. You do not need to tell the God that I have done something good. Do good deeds for the sake of good deeds. Don't do it for the sake of showing up to the people, and don't show it. Don't show off. Don't show off. Don't brace about. Don't exaggerate your good deeds that you have done good things or you are a good person. No, do good things for the sake of good things, for the sake of good deeds. Don't do it for the sake of telling the people and telling I have done good things and I'm a good person and I am a good person. No, it is not for that. God had bestowed you life, so you must do good things without reminding the people, without telling the people that I am going to do good deeds, and don't show it to the God that yes, on the day of judgment you will tell God that yes, God, I have done good deeds, and no. You will have done thousands of good deeds. God will accept that, but you will have a small bad deed, and God will tell you that yes, you have done all those good deeds. Look at this bad deed. So you cannot negotiate with the God. Understand? So good deed for the sake of good things. Okay, don't show it off to the people. I hope you have got it. Okay, come to Urdu translation. The blades of grass, घास के तन्ने. The blades of grass, घास के तन्ने. In heaven, जन्नत में, क़यामत के दिन, some little blades of grass stood before God. घास के कुछ तन्ने अल्लाह के सामने खड़े हो गए. And what did you do? और अल्लाह ने उनसे पूछा कि आप लोगों ने क्या किया है? Then all save one of the little blades began eagerly to relate and passionately narrate the merits of their lives. हर एक घास का तन्ना जो था वो बड़ी दिलचस्पी से अपनी ज़िंदगी की खूबियाँ बयान करने लगा, अपनी ज़िंदगी की खूबियाँ सुनाने लगा. This one stayed a small way behind shame. और इन घास के टुकड़ों में से एक घास का तन्ना था जो सबसे पीछे शर्मिंदा खड़ा था. Presently God said, and what did you do? और अल्लाह ने उस घास के टुकड़े से पूछा कि आपने क्या किया है? The little blade answered, उस घास के तन्ने ने जवाब दिया, ओह माई लॉर्ड, मेमोरी इज बेटर टू मी इफ आई डिड गुड डीड्स आई नो नॉट ऑफ देम। ए मेरे रब, मेरी यादाश्त तलख है, अगर मैंने कुछ अच्छे कारनामे की भी है मुझे याद नहीं है, मुझे नहीं याद कि मैंने कुछ अच्छे कारनामे की भी है या नहीं। दिन गॉड, फिर अल्लाह इन ऑल हिज स्प्लेंडर, अपनी शान और शौकत में, ग्रेंजर अजमत में, ब्रिलियंस खूबियों में, चमक दमक, एरोज फ्रॉम हिज थ्रोन, अपने तख्त से खड़े हो गए। और दिस लिटिल ब्लेड ऑफ ग्रास ही सेड, अल्लाह ने फरमाया तुम बेहतरीन घास का तन्ना हो। इसका मतलब यह है कि बेहतरीन इंसान वो है जो अपनी खूबियों को बयान ना करे अल्लाह के सामने, बट come in front of God being a humorous person, okay, being a kind person and standing in front of God that I haven't done any good deeds. All the good people who have spent their life like the prophets, all the things, they haven't told the God that we have done good deeds. They were given like prior heaven. They were told when they were alive that you will go to heaven, but when they stood before God they did not say that we have done good deeds, and they were still seeking the God's mercy, okay, the God's mercy. They were seeking all those things. So I hope you have got this poem. Stay for the next lecture. Thank you for watching us.